For this project, I want to combine some engraving and some print and cut. So I've got these really awesome A4 sheets of Perspex from or acrylic. I don't know what the difference is. I'm sure someone will tell me. So I got these really cool A4 sheets from Craft Buddies, and they are perfect for engraving. So what I want to do is, like I said, combine the engraving and combine print and cut with it. So I really love this idea of the flowers. So I just searched for a bunch of print and cut images. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add a very slight offset. Let's do 1.8, 0.018. Oh no, that's wrong. 0.018. And let's apply that, and then we're going to change our offset. Oopsie, why is that offset? Oh no, it's too big. So I'm actually going to have to, I think I'm going to have to, I'm sure it would work like tilted or something. So let's see. Okay, let's undo the offset. Let's detach it. I mean, that works. It does look a bit bland though. Let's duplicate this. Okay, so we're gonna have to do it in 2 parts, which is completely fine. I don't know if I like this though. That's pretty-ish. Pretty-ish. Okay, so we're gonna select these and we're going to attach those, and then we're going to select these and we're going to attach those, and we can slightly move it outwards. That's great. So now we're going to add our offset of 0.018, and we're going to change our offset to white, and then we're going to flatten it. So we're going to check that and that, and we're going to say flatten. And then we're going to do the same for this side. So we're going to add our offset of 0.018, apply, change the color, and we're going to say flatten. Remember, flatten is only for print and cut. Attaching keeps it together on the mat, grouping keeps it together on your canvas, and welding makes it into one cuttable object. So welding will not work for your print and cut. So next, I added in some wording. I thought this would be really cute for my home, of course. There we are. So let's just align all of this center horizontally. There we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to combine and I'm going to weld this. And I'm going to show you now why on the next one. So if we zoom in, and we look here by the H, when it goes into the I and where the I goes into the S, you actually get these little like places where it overlaps, and you don't want that. So we're going to weld that, and that one seems fine. So the next thing we're going to do is we don't want it to be too sort of blended in with the background. We want it to stand out. We want to be able to see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a negative offset to this. So we're going to say minus 0.1. That's way too big. Let's try 0.02. That's good. So we're going to apply that, and then we're going to select our offset, and we're going to add another offset, and we're going to apply that. So let's just make sure everything is set to engrave, and then we're going to attach that. So what it's going to do is it's actually going to engrave there 3 times. So then we're going to do the same for this one. We're going to add the same offset, and then we're going to add it again, and then we're going to attach all of that. So if you do it too many times, it will come out very scratchy. I actually learned that from Kelly Rousseau. Yes, She teaches me quite a lot with her videos. I think we all still learn every day. So this one's already got 2 offsets. I think I'm going to add another one. Oopsie. And we're going to attach that. So that is a super simple project. So I'm going to show you how to line it up on your mat. What I do, so let's say make it. So for this, you're going to use your strong grip mat and you're going to tape down your piece of perspex or whatever you want to call it. Oopsie, what we didn't do. So what we need to do now is we actually need to attach all of these because we want them to stay in the exact same place. We don't want it to move. Now we can say make it. So these are the Craft Buddies A4 perspex sheets that we're going to be engraving on. So I just need to make sure that it's okay, it's great, it's not larger than the mat. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the top cover, obviously. And for this you will need your engraving tip with quick swap housing. So I've got that. So I'm going to put that into my machine, into clamp B. Okay, now the most important thing with engraving is to line up your design correctly. So I'm going to say edit on my mat. And what I'm going to do is I want this to be in the middle. So I'm going to use the lines on my mat to sort of line it up so that it's perfectly in the middle. So I'm going to start it on the bottom line and I'm going to line that up in the middle. Oopsie, down a bit. See? Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to do the same thing on our actual physical mat. So we have the bottom here and we want it perfectly centered. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I only wanted to start here. So I wanted to start one up. So on my screen, I'm going to move it one up. So if you wanted to, you could mirror this and then that will be our back. There we are. That's beautiful. And we're going to browse. We are using perspex acrylic. They've got it as acrylic. Let's say thick 2 mils and we're going to say done. Okay, so what you're going to do here is you're actually going to secure it on the edges. This is very important because you obviously don't want it to move around and the engraving is putting quite a bit of pressure on it. Sorry, something flew in my face. So the trick with the engraving is to just sort of line it up using the lines on your mat. That is the most important thing. So you use your grid lines and when you line it up here, you do it the same as you did it on the screen. Okay, now we're going to put this in. I'm just going to move the camera for you. Okay, and then we say start. Oopsie, let's pause it. I forgot the most important thing. Whoops, pause, pause. Okay, well I forgot to put the rollers aside, so I'm just hoping that it doesn't damage my perspex. Okay, now it obviously would have created a little bit of dust. Can see a slight mark, so I should have moved these across. This is what you should do, is move them all across. So for this we would have done 2 on this side and 2 on this side, so that it only rolls over the edges. But let's take it off and have a look. So I'm going to readjust the camera again. Okay, we're going to take it off of our mat now. Oh, it looks so pretty. Dust it off. Oopsie. Oh wow, I love it. So as you can see, my roller did leave a slight mark. I don't know if you can see that. Let's not get that. But look how pretty that is. So I did do some flowers for it, but my printing cut is extremely off at the moment, and I'm not sure why. So here is our pretty stickers for it. Oh no, it's going to go over our words. No. Ah! I hope I don't tear it. Oh no, I tore it. Oh no. Okay, so we're going to doctor this slightly. Oh no. No one will know. How will they know? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to steal some of these flowers. I mean, leaves. Like that. And I'm going to stick it over there. No one will know. How will they know? And then what we're going to do, we're going to use our cutting mat and our knife. And we're just going to cut away the bits that we don't want. So one thing that I didn't take into account with my design is the part where the stand is going to go, because it actually comes with these really cute little stands. So I didn't take that into account with my design. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it so much. And only I and all of you will know that I messed up my sticker. What can I put behind it? Let's see, what can we find? There we are. So you can still see all the dust. I've got to go and dust it nicely. But how pretty is that? I love it. I love it so much. So I'm going to have to go and wash that, obviously. Wipe it down with some water. But this is going to look gorgeous. Let me show you the stands. Okay. Here are our stands for it. Oopsie. Oh, I love it so much. Let's see if we can get a... Look how pretty that is. Oh, I'm so impressed. And these acrylic perspex, whatever you want to call them, these stands are so cheap on Craft Buddies. I was actually amazed at the price. So if you're looking for some A4 sheets to engrave, then I would definitely recommend these. They are so awesome. As always, thank you so much for watching. I do want to try and use infusible ink pens on the actual writing. See if I can make it stand out more. So if I get that right, maybe I'll show you in future. Thank you so much.